We are live. I feel like there should always be hopefully people are having a dance party in the background for those 30 seconds that we have that kind of music going on. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to another At Home Live. I am Eric with the Portland Sessions. And as you can see right over here, we have JD Shelburne. Man, thanks for taking time to be here.
Honored to be here, man. Thanks for having me. This is going to be fun. Look forward to it.
Yeah. Now, this is your first live stream, is that right, for everybody who's watching? Like, you've never done one of these every single day for the last long time, right?
This is my first one on YouTube. I've never done one on YouTube, so this is the first. So
we're breaking out of your Facebook Live kind of
for
thing.
Sure.
Now, I've been loving, I watched the one you did last night, and I love that you're doing these Facebook Lives or these lives in general, and you have people that you're like connecting with to potentially buy something off of Facebook Marketplace, sliding into your streams and kind of checking out and seeing what you guys are doing. You're not going to get that kind of interaction at a show. I mean, I know you miss playing shows, we miss going to shows, but what's that kind of interaction like doing this totally new thing of connecting with fans through Facebook Lives? You really talk to people, really interact with them on a whole new level that you would never get to do at a show.
It's definitely been a change. As an artist, I play over 200 shows a year, and so I'm constantly on the road. I'm constantly, going to shows, sound checking, loading the truck, going to the next one. So, with quarantine, I've been able to really, do Facebook Lives every night and actually talk to fans. And I've actually been able to get to know fans. And, some people had no clue they even followed me. And they told me they followed me for 4 or 5 years and have loved the stuff I put out on social. So it's been neat. And, you just mentioned how I was shopping on Marketplace last night. And my wife wanted a Christmas tree of all things. And I found one in Franklin, Kentucky, which is about an hour north. And I sent her a message, one of us still available, and she's like, "Is this the real JD Shelburne?" And I was like, "What?" And she was a fan. And so, small world, man. But, I've been able to connect with a lot of fans on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. It's been nice. We tried to find new ways to reach people, and it's worked.
And that's a great ad for Facebook Marketplace that in August, in the middle of all this, people are shopping for Christmas trees for your new house. I mean, that's awesome. Right? So,
Isn't that crazy?
And again, you're doing live streams on a pretty regular basis. You guys, I think I read that you guys are like closing on your house this week or next week or something. You have a new little dude coming into the world, this fall. You have a lot kind of going on. What has kind of put in perspective, everything that's kind of going on? You mentioned beforehand that you've had to cancel a pretty, considerable amount of shows and festivals and things like that. But kind of perspective of kind of what's kind of going on from everything that's happened on the music side, but then having all this time to focus on, family and the new little one and moving and all that side of things.
Yeah, when March 15th hit, that was really about the last date I played a show downtown Nashville, and the 16th or 17th come, and the big news story was, bars and events for, festivals were closing. Festivals were not going to happen because of social distancing and all this stuff, kind of domino effect. And I lost all these shows, and at first when this started happening, I was really frustrated. I lost a lot of money and lost a lot of shows, but in the meantime, my wife's pregnant, and I've been able to spend more time with her here, and I had no idea we would buy a house during the quarantine, but with the baby stuff that we have gotten, we've just outgrown our house, and we had been looking, off and on the last couple of years, but nothing serious. And then she got pregnant. And it's like, that's probably not a good time to look for a new house. And we found something we liked. We put a bid on it and got it. And we're like, we have to sell our house now. We sold our house in 24 hours, and so that's been kind of nice. But just I've been able to spend more time with her. I went back home to my parents' place where I'm from, Kentucky. Spent some time on the farm. Stuff I wouldn't really normally get to do because I'm busy during the summer. The summertime is my most busiest travel season. I play, probably 150 shows just in the summertime.
Yeah.
And so it's just been a blessing to be home and relax. And my ears have everything has just been refreshed because, I'm constantly having ear monitors in my ears at shows. I'm constantly playing loud monitors in front of me. And so to have a summer that I've had a break from it, it's actually been a blessing in disguise. But at the same time, I have missed the shows and missed the fans, and these Facebook Lives I do every night has helped me connect.
Yeah. Now you have, luckily you're one of the few artists that have been able to do some shows, obviously much scaled back from the amount of shows and the amount of people that are at the shows. But just like we talked about connecting with fans and really interacting with fans on Facebook, what has it been like, since March 15th to start slowly getting back to shows, performing in front of people, and that side of things?
It's been exciting, man. I've done a few shows, and some of the folks that don't come out as much, maybe I'm in Nashville and I have fans in Kentucky or Indiana or whatever, they're making trips down to Nashville because that's the only place I'm really playing right now. And so it's been nice to see new faces and some fans that have followed me to nearly every show. They're coming to Gatlinburg to my shows, and so I've played a few places here and there. But it's nice to see fans. It's almost like you're appreciated just a little bit more, if that's even possible.
Yeah.
And they're buying your merchandise. They're wearing your T-shirts out, and maybe they would have done that if this never would have happened. But I feel like I've sold more merch, and it's been nice because people are really antsy. I have a lot of diehard fans that have followed me for years, and their lives have catered around my tour schedule, which is crazy to even think. But that's the kind of dedicated and loving fans that I have. And so
Yeah.
they haven't seen a show in 2 or 3 months, and so they're doing whatever they can to either, donate on Venmo or come to a show or drive 4 hours to sit for 2 hours and drive another 4 hours home just to see a music, and it's
Yeah.
just like, it's pretty cool to know that I got fans that love my music, that much.
And I think that supportive community is, during all of this, seems to have really kind of come out and shine from going to shows and supporting any way that you possibly can. And just like you mentioned, the kind of the love on that side, I'm sure you're even more, not supportive, but appreciative of the fans that do come out and the people that are still trying to connect in any humanly possible way, whether it's through the lives, through a physical live show, live streams, and kind of connecting, or rocking your hoodies or shirts, wherever they might be. So.
Yeah, man, I got some diehard fans, and Facebook has been a great tool. These Facebook Lives, and just I try now to take time to respond to fans. I mean, people will I'll make a post, and I'll try to go in and thank people, and even if they have questions, respond to them. Because a lot of times, I notice a lot of artists will make a post, or their manager will make a post for them, and then you don't hear nothing. It's crickets the rest of the time,
Yeah.
And if I put a post out, it's like, what's your favorite JD Shelburne song? I don't just forget about the post just to get the likes and comments and go to the next one. I go back and read them because I feel like, I want to step aside and be better than the rest. And so I go back in and thank people and try to respond to people because I appreciate people and I'm a real artist and I love real fans. And so I feel like I try to take more time online. I've always kind of lived for my online socials anyway in the music business, but now that with quarantine, we don't really have a choice but to do stuff online and keep building our brand and building our fans. And so it's been a blessing, man. I'm very grateful.
And that obviously helps strengthen the bond between you and the fans that you already had with people doing that. But connecting with people and knowing that it's not, you're not just going to make an Instagram post and is this going to go and you're going to wait till tomorrow at 3:30 post the next one, that you're actually kind of building that strength of fans and stuff like that. So
right. It's funny, since we have announced that my wife is pregnant back several months ago, we had created my son an Instagram called Baby Shelburne. We're not giving the name out until he's born, but we wanted to just create this Instagram and show people, show gifts, the things that fans have given him, family, friends, and that's really taken off, man. And so I've got fans from all over the country that have mailed him, baby gifts, and so we have a living room and dining room full of gifts from fans and friends, and and if I didn't have Facebook Live, I'm not sure I'd have all these gifts. And so It's been neat to see. I feel like fans want to see what other people have given, and if they've given something, it'll maybe help someone else give something. It's just neat to see it all kind of come around and how much he's already loved, and I haven't even met him yet.
Yeah,
and,
that's awesome.
So it's been neat.
Yeah, that's awesome to see that support for your son who's not coming into the world until September, but how much love outside of your own immediate family and you and your wife, but just the whole music family that you have built around that. So that's amazing. But I know that everybody is here. We're watching on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter going live right now. So I appreciate everybody who's tuning in across all the platforms. But with that, I'm going to slide out of the way and give it up to JD.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right, guys. I think I'm going to start off with a song that's on my new record coming out. The song I wrote here. Wrote this song with a guy named Josh Bird in Nashville, and fell in love with the song when I first heard it, and we started recording it, and then I started playing it live for my fans, and I've got so much positive response, I decided to throw it on my new record. It's called Sunbleach Polaroid. Spent the whole night on the beach, counting Carolina stars. Talking about Ronnie, she promised me that it wasn't too far. Wrote a number in the sand, swore I would call. We both wanted to believe it happily ever after all. Watched the sunrise, kissed her and said goodbye. But I kept a photo on the dashboard, Myrtle Beach in '04, all worn out from the sun. Everything you can't see is burned in my memory. Had it all figured out at 21. Ain't it wild that your smile makes a picture that can't be destroyed? Forever right there in that sun-bleached Polaroid. We faded out like sunburns do. Guess my buddies were right, a girl like her was too good to be true. I kept the photo on the dashboard, Myrtle Beach in '04, all worn out from the sun. Everything you can't see is burned in my memory. Had it all figured out at 21. Ain't it wild that your smile makes a picture that can't be destroyed? Forever right there in that sun-bleached Polaroid that I kept in my trunk, so I had to give it up to try and get her off my mind. But I still think about her once in a while. And now, photo on the dashboard, Myrtle Beach in '04, all worn out from the sun. Everything you can see is burned in my memory. Had it all figured out at 21. Ain't it wild that your smile makes a picture that can't be destroyed? Forever right there in that sun-bleached Polaroid. Yeah, you'll always be there in my sun-bleached Polaroid. Sun-bleached Polaroid. It's called Sun-bleached Polaroid. That's on my record that's coming out sometime, hopefully this year, maybe the first of next year. We're still trying to decide that. Welcome in, y'all, to the Portland Sessions. JD Shelburne here. I'm going to play about 3 more songs for you. We're going to take you back to my 2018 record. The record's called Two-Lane Town. And I met a songwriter when I first moved to Nashville. Happened to move next door to him. We kicked off a friendship after I realized we met one day on the sidewalk, and we became friends. And he realized I was an artist and he was a writer, so we thought that was a dynamic duo. We became friends, and he started writing songs with me. He also started pitching me songs that had not been recorded. And this particular song I'm going to play for you next was a song that was pitched to me, and I fell in love with the song, and it's been one of my most favorite songs requested by my fans. So I'm going to play it for you right now. It's called Good Old Boy, Good Time. Girl, I know that I just met you, and you say your daddy won't let you hang out in town much later tonight. I'd be crazy not to ask you if tomorrow you might want to into the Lakers. I think you and I could have a good old boy good time. Get out on the water and cast daylight. It's gonna be blue skies and sunshine. Nothing rocks me like a good old girl having a good old boy good time. Yeah. Something about your hat and blue jeans tells me you know what I mean when I say it's nice to just get away. And I promise if the fish ain't biting, that temperature keeps rising, we can cool down with a dip in the lake and have a good old boy good time. I'll fix you a Corona with daylight. Drop that anchor just off the shoreline. Yeah, you look like a good old girl having a good old boy good time. fine. Long as you don't go catching a fish that's bigger than mine. We'll have a good old boy, good time. Get out on the water and cast daylight. Gonna be blue skies and sunshine. Nothing rocks me like a good old girl. Good old girl who wants a good old boy, good time. I'll fix you a Corona with a lime. Drop that anchor just on the shoreline. Yeah, you look like a good old girl who wants a good old boy, good time. Good old boy, good time. Oh, yeah. That's called Good Old Boy, Good Time from my latest album, Two Lane Town. Hope you guys enjoyed that. This next song I'm going to play for you is a song that I hold dear and near. I am from Taylorsville, Kentucky, which is right outside of Louisville. I grew up there my entire life. Little small town. We got 2 stoplights and about $4 stores, I tell everybody. But it's one of the greatest towns I ever stepped foot in. And, all my family still live back home. Being from Kentucky, I've always promoted throughout my entire career. Back in January, the first part of this year, I got asked by the Kentucky Tourism Department if I would like to be on the cover of the 2020 official Kentucky Visitors Tourism Guide. And of course I said yes. That's been one of the most biggest promos in my career. And that came out in January, and then COVID-19 hit, and we started putting out just some songs and recording songs. I wrote this song about why I love the state of Kentucky and why I'm from Kentucky. And if you're not from Kentucky, or maybe you are, if you are, you certainly will get this song. But if not, this is a little Kentucky 101 for you. So this song was featured in every Texas Roadhouse in the month of May. It's still on their jukebox if you're a Texas Roadhouse fan. And it's the title track of my new album that's coming out this year, or 2021. So hope you like it. True story, true song, straight from Kentucky. It might say Dale Boone is our father. Cast his clay to the coal miner's daughter. Sawmills to the oatmeal slugger. Hell ain't one to peanut butter. We thank God we were born from a mother straight from Kentucky. We got golden rods and Fort Knox and big red off the running. 40 rollers past the Copperhead, waiting on the second coming. Ain't Woodland for play-by-play, have no stranger to the rain. But my first breath down to my last name came straight from Kentucky. We got whitetail, bluegrass, and wild turkey. Got the back of Barnes, Up River, and the Derby. Black Longs and Sunday morning, Grandpa on the thank-you story, and the Colonel, Honest Dave and R.J. Corman came straight from Kentucky. We got golden rods and Fort Knox and big red off the running. Holy rollers past the Copperhead, waiting on the second coming. Poor Benson, born on the grain. Old Coach Rupp and old Jimmy Bean, Bill Monroe and Montgomery Gentry, straight from Kentucky. United we stand, divided we fall. All gave some gave all. We're all for one and one for all. We got golden rods and Fort Knox, big red all running. Holy rollers past the Copperhead, waiting on the second coming. He would let for play-by-play. I'm no stranger to the rain. Like my first breath down my last name. Came straight from Kentucky. Straight from Kentucky. Oh yeah, thank you very much. It's called Straight from Kentucky. That's on my new record coming out, y'all. Thank y'all for listening. I got time for 2 more songs, folks. I'm going to actually stay on that record. I'll stay on Tulane Town. This has probably been one of my most favorite songs to date. And this song, we decided to put on country radio back in 2018. And I had a radio team that did awesome and took it all the way to top 30. And I got a CMT ad with this song. Was the first video I ever had played on CMT. And any show I ever play, this is one of my most requested songs, and this is one of the songs that I can sing, that I can see people singing back to me. It's never in my wildest dreams would I've ever thought that I would release a song that people would know the words to if you'd asked me 20 years ago. But this song is on my latest record, and it's been one of my favorites I've ever recorded. It's called One Less Girl. One less bar in this town I go drinking. One less beach to watch that red sun sinking. One less number in my phone. One less way to get back home. One less church to go to pray. Less is more is what they say. Then I got one more, almost got it right. One more string of sleepless night. One more tell myself it's gonna be okay. One more than one could be. One more like this after you. One more empty bottle in this world. Because of one less girl. One less favorite song that I'll be playing. One less I love you that I'll be saying. One less pair of blue-green eyes. One less car parked in my drive. One less dance out in the rain. If less is more in what they say, then I got one more, almost got it right. One more string of sleepless nights. One more tell myself it's gonna be okay. One more be what could be. One more like this after you. One more empty bottle in this world. Got the one less girl. And I still want, I still need, and I can't stop thinking back. Took my breath, took my heart, I can't live without. One more, almost got it right. One more string to sleepless night. One more, tell myself it's gonna be okay. Okay. One more than one could be. One more when there's answer. One more empty bottle in this world. Just one less girl. One less girl. That's called One Less Girl. Thank y'all very much. I got time for one more song here on the Portland Sessions. Thank y'all so much for having me. My name is JD Shelburne. You guys do me a favor and share this link when this video is done on all your social media, your Facebook and Twitter. And I look forward to my fans checking it out. Hoping they're enjoying the music. We appreciate it. I'm going to end you with a song right now that's one of my most favorite songs that's going to be on my new record. And the song's called Church Pew Barstool. This is my last song. And it's called Church Pew Barstool. It's a song that my neighbor Mark pitched to me at the end of last year. And I fell in love with the message and the melody. And then I started testing it on my Facebook Lives when the quarantine first started. And people were overwhelming me with responses on how much they loved it. I should record it. And the more and more I listened to the song, when I would exercise in the gym or outside, the more I became in love with it. And I always thought it'd make for a great video. And we did just that. We recorded the song for my new record. We shot a video for it up in Franklin, Kentucky at this little country church. And it brought the song to life. And it's been able to reach a lot of fans. We've had over 110,000 views on Facebook. We're at 70,000 on YouTube right now. And on the CMT 12 pack, it debuted at #1 its very first week. And currently, we are #3 for the 4th consecutive week. So we're still top 5 with this song that released on July the 1st. So that's a good feeling for me, for a Kentucky boy, with a song that's that I think every human being can relate to out there right now. And always love this song, and I hope you do too. It's on my new record that's coming out. It's on iTunes right now. Thanks to the Portland Sessions for having me. This is called Church Pew Barstool. Well, I'm sure God's got a lot of strikes against me. I don't always make it to church on Sunday. Been known to use 4-letter words too often. I bring it to pray and listen in trouble. I like my whiskey strong and double. Lord knows I spend a lot of nights sitting on this church pew barstool, listening to the sinners and the fools talking about their broken hearts. Listen, here you come as you are, can't help a thing. The man upstairs is cool. With me on this church pew barstool. Well, last week I missed the preacher's sermon. I was helping Joe alone some burdens. He lost his job and lost his wife. So I had a holy Saturday night sitting on this church pew barstool, listening to the sinners and the fools talking about their broken hearts. Listen, here you come as you are, can't help but think man upstairs is cool. With me on this church pew barstool. Good book said to do what he would do, and I do. Sitting on this church pew barstool, listening to the sinners and the fools talking about their broken hearts. Sitting here you come as you are, can't help but think the man upstairs is cool. With me on the church pew barstool. Church pew barstool. Church pew barstool. Hey guys, I'm JD Shelburne. Thanks for having me on the Portland Sessions. Hope you enjoyed my music. If you have, download it on iTunes right now. I certainly would appreciate it.
Dude, that was rad. That was awesome. Thanks, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you having me, man. Absolutely.
That was cool. I know I can clap on behalf of everybody in the chat that's clapping collectively for you. And that was great. I say this about every stream, but I still wish that YouTube and Facebook and some of those platforms would have some kind of an audible sound when people put in like a clap emoji or something, so you can kind of hear some of that kind of feedback.
For sure,
that.
man. Yeah. You know, it's not my first rodeo to play online and not see reaction because it's hidden behind the screen. But it's all good, man. I kind of just get in my mode. I've done it so many times, and
you're
appreciate you guys having me on.
A pro at this. So I want to thank everybody. Again, we're streaming across YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. So I appreciate everybody that's tuning in for that. I know some of you are pretty diehard Facebook fans. I think they're following you on a daily basis, so they couldn't pull themselves over to YouTube. I got a good contingency across all the different platforms. If you're new to the Portland sessions, please consider subscribing to us. We have quite a few other sessions coming up. Make sure that you are following along, which I'm sure all of you are, but if you are not, make sure you're following along on all of JD's socials right there. That you have a record straight from Kentucky coming out at some undisclosed time and place, so make sure you're following along on all socials to do that. I'm assuming we have another single coming out maybe this year that will be dropping.
I think so. Yeah, I think I'll drop another single. We'll probably shoot another music video. I want to do a music video where I can incorporate fans. I just want a big party and a big party scene, and that's something I haven't done. So that'll be my next step, is finding the song on my new record with a new video, and just build momentum. And we're having fun despite losing shows, and I know the shows will come back. And as long as the fans stick around, we'll keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah. Now I want to echo. I think there was a great comment that Terry made about can't wait till JD is a household name. He deserves to be, though I'll miss the personal attention he gives to his fans now. We were talking about that a little bit, and he says, though knowing him, he'll figure out a way to keep that human touch going. But talking to you, earlier, that definitely seems like what you have always done, what you are currently doing, and no matter where things kind of take you, that is something that will kind of always be the kind of foundation of you as an artist and your fan base as you as a musician.
Yeah, it's all about the fans, man. I mean, I started from the bottom. I started playing music in college as a hobby. I loved it. I loved I loved just singing songs around a kitchen table, and I never thought I'd get any farther than that. And I've just remained humble and appreciative of people since grassroots days, since I first started. And I mean, if I were to become a superstar, which I hope so, but if I were to have to stop talking to the fans, then I wouldn't want any part of it. So it's all about the fans. It's all about that's something we talk about this a lot on different workshops I'm in right now in Nashville. How you can buy your likes, you can buy your streams, you can buy your songs, but you cannot buy real fans. And I feel like real fans is where it's at, and I've built those since about 03, 04. And I've just kept plowing through, and some of those fans still stick around and support me, and the new fans come in along the way. It's a great feeling, man, and I'm grateful for everybody that listens to my music.
Yeah, I mean, I realize this is not the ideal situation to be playing and be doing shows, but this is definitely, like we said earlier, a way that you're able to connect with fans that you would never really get to do, whether it's commenting back to people on Instagram or something like that, or Facebook, but really on a almost nightly basis, being able to kind of talk to the people that are making comments is an amazing way to kind of keep growing that. So
absolutely, man. Well, we appreciate you for doing what you do, man. We can use your platform to promote our music, and I love what you do. I love this split screen talk YouTube right now. It's great.
It's nice to have some kind of human interaction. Sometimes it's nice to kind of play to your phone, but having a little back and forth, helps a little bit.
I gotta say, man, it's good to see somebody on the other side that's got good hair. Good hair, man. I like the mohawk.
Yeah, I try to do it. You talk about good hair. I mean, come on. Your hair is that's awesome. And again, I probably can speak for everybody in the chat that, like, you got the hair, you got that nailed down, got that locked in. So, man, thanks again. I really appreciate you taking time to do this. Now is the part where I awkwardly hit end broadcast, and we'll just disappear. Man. So,
thank you, guys.
Everybody again in the chat, have an amazing rest of your week. JD, man, thanks again for taking the time to do this, and we'll see all you guys later.
Take care.